Hello, everyone. This is Ben again, and this video is another video on my minority STEM article reviews. And today, the article that I reviewed was about the organization called the Conference for African American Researchers in the Mathematical Sciences. Uh, the acronym is CAARMS, CARMS or CARMS, depends on how you want to pronounce it. And this organization basically, from what I gather, right, gives conferences every year, right? And these conferences seem to move around from place to place. They've been in Berkeley, uh, uh, Berkeley University, Brown University, University of Buffalo, Princeton University, Morgan State University, and that's just um, to name what I found so far. But if I kept digging, I could find other places that the conference had taken place as well. Okay, so let's dig into this. Okay, what do they do? Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna give you a little background, right, that I found. And the source of this is uh, buffalo dot www.math.buffalo.edu, and every year, like every conference, it seems like so every so often they have different people giving different conferences. So they have like multiple websites talking about that particular conference. So it seems like it's the same organization but different people, um, and different organizations of people organizing their own conferences individually from the conference of the year before. Um, that's what it seems like. So even though I'm talking about one organization, really I'm talking about different groups of people when I discuss this, right? So in the early 1990s, William Massey of Bell Laboratories, um, with that is now AT&T and Lucent Technologies, had an idea for an organization devoted mainly to addressing critical issues involving African American researchers. This organization became known as the Conference for African American Researchers in the Mathematical Sciences. It was Massey's industry, determination, and energy, coupled with that of Raymond Johnson, James Turner, and others, that led to the first meeting of the organization, and they call it CARMS 1, CARRMS 1, right? So, of course, the next year would be CARRMS 2, right? So, all right, okay, which was held at the Mathematical Science Research Institute in Berkeley, California, June 1995. CARMS 2, organized by Massey and Nathaniel Dean, was held at DIMACS at, Rutgers University in Piscataway, the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, and the Bell Laboratories, and at the AT&T Laboratories in Murray Hill, New Jersey, June 26 to 28, 1996. CARMS 3 was held at Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland, and the National Security Agency in Fort Meade, Maryland, June 1997. CARMS 4 at Rice University in Houston, Texas, June 1998. And CARMS 5 at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, June 1999. So, as I was saying, it moves around, and it seems like different people organize it at different times, right? So, let's see. There was a quote: um, "Young researchers attending the conference serve as judges." Okay, this is kind of sort of a description of what the conferences were. If you were from the point of view of a person trying to apply to I guess showcase your work there, right? So this is they have conferences in which they invite African American mathematicians, graduates, and professionals to come together to showcase their research projects in an NSF grant, right? Um, This is from 2011, the 2011 conference, and basically it's a description of this is what they sent as a description of what they would do when they were applying for the NSF grant. Right, it said young researchers attending the conference serve as judges for the posters. Awards are given to the students on the second day. On the third day, the winning students give short lectures about their work. Finally, they are referred um, proceedings for some of the conferences. 5 have been published to date. Future plans are to have a pre-conference workshop for undergraduate students who are beginning to learn about doing research in the mathematical sciences, and one of the young faculty on research collaborations and proposal writing. A permanent CAARMS website is being developed and would encourage research collaborative activities throughout the year. The schedule for the next 3 CAARMS conferences are as follows. Okay, not going to go that far into that. Okay, and basically, as you can see, they serve undergraduate students and graduate students and professionals, right? These are the people who they target: African Americans who are into mathematical sciences and already in some type of college, right? Undergrads, grads, and professionals, right? And as we said, I already said, it seems like NSF has funds some of their conferences. And how does this organization improve the community? It says they are organized. This organization is devoted mainly to addressing critical issues involving African American researchers and graduate students in the mathematical sciences. It was envisioned that this organization would highlight current research by African American researchers and graduate students and mathematicians, strengthen the mathematical sciences by encouraging increased participation of African Americans and members of other underrepresented groups, facilitate working relations among them, and provide assistance to them in cultivating their careers. So as you can see, that this organization basically focuses on, like I said again, those who have either in college, African Americans who are into mathematical sciences, who are either in college now or have already graduated from college, and to bring them together to network so they can showcase their work, and so they can strengthen the relationships between these particular individuals, right? So, okay, I'm gonna go to a couple of the websites I found and show you. Okay, like this is the website for CAARMS 2021. It seems like they have, like, different websites for every different conferences, right? Like this is the most recent, and what I did was I went and I found the earliest from, I think, 1985, right? Yeah, here they are. So these are the earlier ones, right? Because here's 1995 CARMS 1, right? And so on. So you could probably go through these. Let's see. Yeah, and then find out what they talked about and who presented what, right? So if you were trying to hey, let's look this up. Let's look up CARMS.net. Pretty. Okay, well, this is CARMS.net, the website that from the research that I did it said that this is their main website, I guess. So as you can see, there are many different CAARMS websites. This CAARMS.net home seems to be their main website. So if you were an individual who you wanted to see right now, I want to know what the current African American mathematical society is talking about right now. You would want to go here, and you would want to just pick a name and read up on what they're doing, and then you would know what the state of current research of African American mathematicians are talking about right now. You would know, you'd be able to read and listen to um, different points of view of all these different scientists and be able to compare what they say, and maybe even do a little reading up on your own to learn about the topics that they're talking about, right? Because they I guarantee you they will go really deep, and because they've been putting their whole life into this. So some of the things that you may read about you may have to do a little reading up to understand some certain issues, certain topics, and all. Um, but still, okay. But this is a great organization, and they've been around since the '90s, right? That's pretty. That's a pretty long stint to have conferences, right? Every year, someone has to get funds and put together and get the smart people to come to the place and then speak and set all that up. It takes work, right? So if you get a chance, check them out, right? CAARMS, right? They're they're a great organization. If if you're trying to see what the current African American mathematicians are discussing, right? So that was that. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Hope you learned something. I know that I did, and in hopes of people actually trying to go to some of these conferences one day. Yes, that's why I'm trying to share these things, learn about myself, and I'm beginning to contact some of these people myself on certain works that I want to do in my area, and hopefully they'll pan out and I'll be able to share that with you as well. So this is what I'm doing. I'm sharing this with you because I want you to reach out to these organizations. Not all of them, maybe just one, and see if you can get involved, or see if you can involve yourself, or just ask some questions, spread the word, talk about it with your neighbors. Okay, well, that's it. This has been. Everybody have a good day. Be safe and love one another. All right.